morning and welcome to your mediation. My name is K Alexander. I will be your mediator today. You may call me Kylie. Please can you tell me your names and how may I address you?
Good morning, I'm John Beard. You may call me John.
Good morning, I'm Priska Malvich. You may call me Priska.
Would you like some water, tea, coffee before we continue?
No thanks.
No, thank you.
Please may you review this mediation agreement and other appropriate paperwork I've given you. If okay, please sign. The agreement to mediate provides most, if not all, of what I'll be sharing with you in my opening statement. Also, you have agreed to the fee, which will be paid immediately after the session. If there are multiple sessions, it will be paid after each session. If you're unable to pay the full amount, we do offer a payment plan. Thank you. Let me familiarize you with the location. We are in boardroom 2. The toilets are outside to your left, first door on the right. Please ensure that all cell phones are switched off. If you do need to keep your phone on, please ensure that it is on silent or vibrate. Is there any limitations to time or any other limitations which I need to be aware of?
No, we're good.
No.
Okay. Are both of you capable of making decisions on your own here today, or do you need help from anybody?
We're good.
All good, thank you.
I'm now going to make what mediators call an opening statement. My opening statement will tell you about your rights and entitlements, what to expect and what will occur here to give you a heads up as to what to anticipate in this mediation. After I'm finished with my opening statement, I would like to hear uninterrupted opening statements from the both of you. Please tell me what you think I need to know to bring me up to speed so that I can be as effective as possible in helping you the most through this mediation. I would like to make you both aware that everything said here is confidential and will not be discussed outside of this firm without the consent of both of you. I'll also request that the both of you keep everything here that is said confidential and not share it with anybody outside. Most states consider mediation as settlement negotiations, thus protecting and holding anything said inadmissible in court. However, there are some exceptions I call the mediator's Miranda warning. I cannot keep confidential and must reveal any threat of violence, harm, or worse to anyone, past or present abuse of any kind, or future abuse. This is a voluntary process. If this process is not meeting your needs, you may leave at any time. If you've been ordered here by the courts, you are required to negotiate in good faith. You're entitled to a neutral party to assist you in the mediation. I can't just say I'm neutral. I believe I must prove it. First of all, I don't recognize you all. Do any of you recognize me?
No.
May I proceed as your mediator?
Yes.
Again, let me remind you that I have no power and or I cannot make any decisions in your matter. I wear only one hat, which is the mediator hat, an individual who assists parties in their negotiations. You both have a right to an attorney if you would like one. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Although you are wanting a divorce, we are talking about children involved in this matter. So no matter what, the children are our main priority. And according to the Constitution, the child's best interest is of paramount importance. And according to the Divorce Act, whenever children are involved, we need to safeguard their interests.
I understand.
I understand.
Please note that this is your mediation and I am here to support you. I assure you that your opening statements will be uninterrupted. However, I will be taking notes and I may stop you during your opening statements or during while you're speaking, just to ensure that my notes are accurate. If there's anything you'd like to say during the other parties' opening statements or while they're speaking, I request that you please write those questions on the paper, and when need be, when it's your turn, you can ask those questions and we can address it. John, you may go first.
Priska and I have been separated since September 2020. She accuses me of being an alcoholic and cheating on her, which I am not. She limits me with seeing the children or being alone with them, calling me names and arguing me every time, saying I'm an alcoholic and a cheater. She can't have someone like that around the children or leave me alone with them, saying I will hurt them or I won't offer them a proper care and I'm selfish and only thinking of myself. I can't handle this anymore and I want shared custody over my children, and that is why I'm applying for this divorce.
Thank you, Priska. May you please hand me your side?
In September 2020, John and I came to a mutual agreement to separate for the best interest of our children, as I caught him cheating and his always drinking. Our youngest son, Calvin, has a medical condition which requires him to have constant care, but John does not help in caring for Calvin, nor does he help out with Melvin. I'm left to do everything on my own. This includes household chores and daily errands, which is for John as well. I asked him for help as I cannot take care of him and the children. He is behaving like a child. I know for a fact he cheated as I saw his phone with all the messages, plus he went away on business and I found a condom in his bag.
Thank you, Priska. Please can I ask you to talk more about Calvin's condition?
Calvin suffers from insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus, a chronic, potentially life-threatening disease which requires around-the-clock management, as well as autism spectrum disorder, and according to doctors, possibly from attention deficit hyperactivity disorder as well.
John, can you please tell me your relationship with the children?
I have a very good relationship with them. I take them out to the animal farm or we go swimming at the pool.
Bearing in mind Calvin's medical condition, can you explain his behavior in public, especially at the pool?
He enjoys being outdoors, especially a visit to the pool, but I have to take extra special care of him by the water. At times it is a challenge due to his autism and his routine that he has.
Okay, when it comes to caring for the children at home, how would you rate this?
I would say that I care for them, maybe not as much as Priska, but I do participate in caring for them.
How do you find caring for Calvin?
Difficult, but I manage.
Thank you, John. Priska, please may you tell me your relationship with the children and how you would rate your care for them?
I have a very good relationship with my children. I care for them throughout the day, taking care of all their needs, and I see to all Calvin's medication, making sure he receives them on time.
Can you tell me how the children are taking with their dad being not around so much anymore?
The children are trying to understand why we are not together, a lot like before, but they think John is on longer business trips. We haven't spoken to them about this yet.
Okay, thanks. And John, what is your view and how do you believe the children are handling the separation?
I think this is the first thing I have to agree with Priska on. They believe my business trips are longer.
Are there any new significant others in your lives?
No.
No.
To revert back to the divorce, John, I'd like to make you aware that in order to receive shared custody of your children, you do not need to have a divorce. The family court offers custody in order to avoid long court trials and expenses. We can resolve this matter through mediation for both you and Priska.
I didn't know that.
How often do you drink, Mr. Fiat?
I drink when I need to relax on a daily. I have one beer when I get home in the evening from work.
What about the weekends? Is there just one beer in the evening as well?
No, I chill with the boys on a Saturday and we relax.
Okay, Priska, can you please tell me more about how you feel about everything?
I feel as though I gave my all into this relationship, and John does not care that he just gave up on us and chose to be with another woman while still married. We have 2 children together. I might be a stay-at-home wife and mother, but I'm still a person. I care for everybody, and I also deserve a break. Both our children are young and require a lot of care, especially Calvin, which he refuses to even help, stating that I don't work. Especially expecting me to cater to his every need and expecting dinner on the table warm, straight out of the oven as soon as he walks in, which is very unfair considering the amount of work I do. John doesn't even ensure that the children have all necessities packed before going out. There have been a few occasions where Calvin needed his insulin shots and John hasn't packed it. Luckily, I always have an extra packed in all the bags and ensure his brother takes one along with them always.
Well, she sits at home the whole day, so she should have dinner ready and the house clean and the children see to. I work all day, so I deserve a break when I get home. Also, I do make sure this incident is packed. I forgot only once, and you wouldn't have known if Melvin never told you.
So what about me? Do I just not deserve a break just because I'm home? Do you know how exhausting it is to cook, clean, and care for not just the children, but for you as well? You treat me as if I'm your mother and not your wife.
Okay, everybody, let's calm down and recollect ourselves. From what I can tell, there's a lot of unresolved hurt between the both of you, and that you both really care for each other and the children. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having these hurt feelings. I've read your profile and saw that the both of you argue a lot in front of the children and also use the children as leverage during your arguments in order to spite the next person. I want to make both of you aware that according to the Divorce Act, that there needs to be an irretrievable breakdown of the marriage in order to have a divorce. From everything said today, and from your observation, I would suggest that before we proceed with a divorce or any custody, that you'll see a therapist. This would be a family therapist. So we'll start with you and Priska seeing the therapist with the kids at first, and thereafter the therapist can decide. And I would also like for the kids to also be seeing the therapist on their own and you're on yours separately. That way we can analyze the whole procedure properly, and this will be done for about a year.
Okay, but how does that work?
Okay, so I will set up a meeting and make the first booking on your behalf. The first session will be the whole family, mom, dad. Thereafter, the therapist will tell you how many sessions is needed per month, how you should come, and on what dates. I will send an SMS to phone the both of you and inform you of the date and time and the details of the therapist and the directions. I will reconvene in the year, in about a year, and if both of you still desire a divorce, we can arrange for a debriefing and then draw up a settlement agreement for divorce and co-parenting. For now, I would also like to suggest that John tries and plays a more active role in the children's lives, and that Priska as a girls' night out from time to time, and John watches the children, trying to create a balance.
I agree.
I agree. We can give it a try.
Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure meeting the both of you. I will make the necessary arrangements and get back to you on Friday.
Thank you for taking the time to hear us out.
Thank you so much.
Only a pleasure. I'm here to help.